My advice for Nigerian people is not by coming to newspaper and causing government alone. We need to come here and talk how we going to build our country. Because in abroad, government cannot do it alone. Even their government abroad, they support their government. The big men, they create job for their youth. Look at America now. Most of the finance in America, almost 30, even by private people. Even the government is our help. Can't put all the role on government. We talk about ourselves in abroad. Or you people, they are big men, they pour money in agriculture. They are still they are farmers in abroad. We in Nigeria, in Lagos there. You see one people get like 20 cars in the house. And people are dying in their village. Some people they get land for their village, they don't get who to assist them. Go and assist your farmer in your village and buying 20 cars in your house. It's not the only guy coming and cut Tinubu. It's not the only problem. We talk to ourselves, Nigeria. Go and assist the farmer in your village. So the food will stop in Nigeria. You understand? And you are a big man, you get there. That you are carrying your economy to abroad. To another country. Bring all those come to Nigeria. So that you will get job for your youth. The first one is not depending on only depending on Nigeria. We are depending on Nigeria. You don't have to go down and work with that government. You understand? That's my advice for Nigeria. You understand? Nigeria will not tell me this. My advice to Nigeria, we should join work with the government. You understand? Because people cannot do it alone. Government, they are ready. When we are ready. See, when the our Nigerian people, they are carrying their investment to abroad. They bring us back to Nigeria and finally everything to Nigeria. They would like to work because everything will be surplus. They would like to, but now the only one person cannot do it. The only person cannot do it without the support of our Nigerian people.
I have to give it to you because I think I've been monitoring you for a while, and you could see you engage yourself with the economy hardship that everybody is complaining on. Some have become lazy entirely.
Yes,
but
now.
Look at you now. Look at you. I think can they see what this man is selling? Look at him every day. This is what he sells. And this is what he's making his money from. He never sits at home and he can start complaining, cross his leg and start complaining. The government is bad. So the youth, it's just they should know the direction they are going to. So that's what I'm just saying. So kudos to you, and I really appreciate that you are one of the.
Look at so foolish in Nigeria. Just come past time. All what is they don't get sense. They don't talk outside. We talk for ourselves and enjoy ourselves. We can enjoy yourself in Nigeria. What are we going to do to our country? How are we going to create job for our youth? Then you come here and complain about Tinubu.
You're not facing the camera. You're talking.
Then let us come together and join with the government. You that have a father in abroad, bring that thing to Nigeria. You that have company in abroad, bring those come to Nigeria. Our youth go see what do. You cannot put all the old laws on federal government. Come here and even our government needs our help. Even federal government needs our help. They need our assist. We support the government. Then come here and become. When Buhari was the government, everybody started Buhari. We are the problem of Nigeria. We should come together.
So we are the problems of.
Yes, now. Some people now, all their mind, I want to go to America. You that don't have anything to do in Nigeria now. You go to many of Nigeria now, they go to abroad now. They know what they are doing. What they go to Nigeria.
Is the challenges Nigerians are passing through not enough for them to japa?
We know.
It's not enough for Nigerians to leave the country
who cause them?
to seek greener pastures.
Who cause them? Now we ourselves. This is our Nigerian big men. All their mind, they mean they go to abroad, go and invest their team in abroad. They know things that if they join together and bring all this back to Nigeria, this one you be your own company, this one be your own company. What go surplus? Everything go surplus in the country. You understand? Okay, also many of them they don't get all here. They don't get we get Nigeria get all here. They get land, they get good land, they get gold, they get everything in this country. But I don't think we don't get sense. Also Nigeria big men don't get sense. It is I want to be when they go to abroad. Now they go make them. They don't get sense. If they get sense, they'll bring back all those things to Nigeria. So they will create job for the common youth.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you.
Coming here to play first time by chatting to the will not bring a
Solution.
Now all of us to sit down together and think together. and see what are we going to do to create job for our youth than come here and shouting Tinubu. When Buhari was in power, everybody shouting Buhari. That is not the only solution. Let's go join together.
But are you comfortable with the situation of the country? Are you
Actually,
comfortable?
I'm not
Are you comfortable with what you're selling
what I'm saying
as a Nigerian youth?
what I'm saying now is that this is what I'm saying now. I can take care of myself. What happened that? But I know Nigerians was very bad, and I blame our Nigerian people. It's not only government. I want to my advice to our Nigerian people.
Okay.
I beg them, please, they should come back home and bring their investment back to Nigeria, so that our youth will see work to do.
All right. Thank you so much. It's your own opinion.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're welcome. All right. It's another edition of City Stand. Michael Adekunle, the anchor of this program. Really appreciate viewers all over the world for joining us today. Thank you so much. In the US, United Kingdom, Spain, Germany, Italy, all over the world. Even in Nigeria, yeah, we have viewers watching us. And we say thank you so much for joining us this morning. All right, in a bid to deliver good governance, in a bid to restructure the country, yesterday, the president of the nation, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his sledgehammer hit on 5 ministers, his cabinet ministers. His sledgehammer hit on them, and we'll be discussing this today. Of course, there are mixed reactions, trailing the outcome of what Nigerians have been expecting as regards the cabinet reshuffle. All right, let's quickly go to today's business by looking at the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. Daily Trust newspaper, the Vanguard, the Punch is here, and the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Let's quickly check out. Tinubu sacks 6 ministers, appoints 7 others. He assigns portfolios to 10. Cabinet still over bloated CSOs. On to the next one. Before I come back, okay, later I'll come back to Daily Trust. Let's quickly look at the front page, the major headline on the Vanguard. Tinubu fires 6 ministers, hires 7 new ones in cabinet rejig. Tinubu fires 6 ministers, fires 6 ministers, hires 7 new ones in cabinet rejig. All right, to the next one, we have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper. 429 days after Tinubu rejigs 45-member cabinet, and we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper, private sector opposition splits as Tinubu's reshuffles cabinet. Tinubu reshuffles cabinet. We have it here. I'll be dissecting this morning. OPS back Tinubu as opposition CSOs. Nigerians demand sacking of more underperforming ministers. Many Nigerians believe the power minister, should be sacked. But at the end of the day, he made it into the president's cabinet. I'm talking about the power minister due to the incessant great collapse in the country. Nigerians wanted him sacked, but he has made it. So the next one, let's see. Let's go back to Daily Trust newspaper. I said earlier on, 6 ministers were sacked by the president of the country. All right. We will resist attempt to scrap Niger Delta Ministry. Of course, the Niger Delta Ministry was scrapped. We will resist attempt to scrap Niger Delta Ministry. Jigawa tanker explosion. We lost 50 relatives. That's what we have here. Federal government withdraws money laundering charges against Binance executive. He has been released. Emir Sanusi to Toban eldest son, Shiroman Kanu. On top of the paper, we have amid tariff hike demand, consumers cry fast data depletion, poor connectivity. Federal government gives Julius Berger ultimatum on Abuja Kaduna Kanu Road. Now, quickly to the incoming ministers. We have Dr. Nentawe Yutwada, Yuwada, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Bianca Ojoko, Minister of State Foreign Affairs. We have Yusuf Abdullahi Atta, Minister of State Housing and Urban Development. Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, Minister of Industries, Trade and Investment. Idi Mukhtar Maya, Minister of Livestock Development. We have Said Ahmad, Minister of State Education, and so on and so forth. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ministers. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ministers, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ministers dropped. All right, let's quickly look at the ones that were dropped by the president. We have Uju Ken or Nenye. We have Maman. We have Lola Ade John. We have Abdullahi Tijani Guazo. Jamila Ibrahim Bell. Okay, we'll be discussing all this together this morning. I have Kunle with me this morning. Morning, Kunle. How you doing? Wow. That was a good move. I won't say that was a good move. Was it a good move by the presidents of the country, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? The armor that was raised by Tinubu a few weeks ago had been used on these underperforming ministers. Nigerians said they never expected the power minister, to come back to that cabinet list. What do you have to say as regards this development in the country?
Yeah, thank you very much. Good day, viewers, everybody. I greet you here. Thank God for another day. Thank God for keeping us alive. And I want to say it's a new day, a new dawn for the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. That's the President Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu. It's a new dawn, and I could see he has started with the right peg on the right hole, and he has departed from the past. The past, what's it called, ministers he appointed that does not have directions of where they were going. And I can say categorically, Tinubu is ready to hit the ground running fully with the current ministers he has. Let's start with the guy in charge of the the lady in charge of the trade. I'm talking of Ojumoke Oduwoye. That lady has been a very known figure in the trade, in the global trade, and it could be able to attract a lot of trade and investment to Nigeria. And let's go back to Bianca Ojukwu. Ojukwu has been a diplomat severally. She was once a Nigerian ambassador to Spain, and she will bring all her achievements that she gathered that time to book this time around. And I think we have seen a Nigerian that is taking shape little by little. And what next we need now is the agriculture. The Minister for Agriculture is what we now need most now, that will make everything about foods, food sectors to be more available for the citizen. And I think there's no problem that can be solved in this country. But if we can come together and rub minds together, we are good to go. But the problem of Nigeria here, especially the politician, there is always operation pull him down. If you are not in power, we got to pull the person in power down. It's not helping, and it's more or less like when two elephants fight. Is the grass. Who are the grass? Is the masses, because they have looted enough. The politicians have had enough. They have looted. The one that have looted have looted. The one that are rich, strictly rich, before they go to politics, they had enough that their generation cannot finish spending. So, but it's the son of the poor man like us that will be suffering when these people start bringing out their ego politics. So that's what we have to plead with them. The politician, they could see now there's a new kids on the block now. There are new kids on the block. I'm talking of the ministers. They should allow them to work. They should not be asking for money before they pass their budgets. That's one thing again we have to look at. You know, there's another thing for you to have a good minister. There's another thing for the people that will, you know, go through the what's it called, the people that will, I mean, concur to the what's it called budget they want to spend. So that I'm talking of the National Assembly now need to up the game. They need to up their game likewise. As we are having new ministers, the National Assembly too, they need to up their game so that they can work at par for the success of this country, for the development of this country, for the masses to breathe.
Now, do you think the change will improve the administration's efficiency?
Definitely. Once you have the right peg on the right hole, you know, before we've been having wrong peg in the right hole, you know. So now I think the whole situation is balanced now for everybody, every one of the minister. I think they are good to go. They are good to hit the ground running. You know, probably before that, we always have what's it called? They will always have appointee. Then they will not attach the, you know, the what's it called, their profile, or the what's it called, they will not attach the institution they want to govern on into it, their portfolio. They will not attach their portfolio to it. But now it's a new trend now. So as they are going to National Assembly, for the National Assembly to certify them, they definitely they are going to their portfolio. So that's the new trend I just see, and which is going to go a far, way on the developmental level of this country as it is now, because they've known already that this is their portfolio they handle to them, and they must have been working on it, that they need to succeed on it to make themselves proud, to make their family proud, and to make Nigeria proud and happy. So to me, I think it's a welcome development from Mr. President. I think the 2 weeks or 3 weeks he went to spend abroad was a working holiday, and he really achieved a lot on that. No matter what anybody says, I think we have a bit progress. We have a bit progress in this country for a while, and the big progress is we are having the right peg on the right hole.
And now, in terms of accountability and performance, what strong message do you think this has passed to other ministers?
I think before we go far, one of them has to fail the law, and one of them need to enter the trap or fall into the trap, and they will now make him, a scapegoat, so that it will be a deterrent. I think in Nigeria always look for a scapegoat that they will punish. And I thank God I was even hearing, I don't know how, I've not confirmed the news, that EFCCs are finally arrested the former Kogi herdsman. That's what's his name? Kogi herdsman. Herdsman. Yeah, yeah, the one that ruled, the one that just left the seat now.
The governor.
Yeah, yes, yeah. That's Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello. I think you're partly part of that area.
My mom.
Your mom,
Mom is Yoruba speaking part of that's
Kaba. Yes, yeah. So is in the EFCC net now. Is in the network. Is in the net now. I think he has surrendered himself, and let's see how they will follow suit with his case now, because we must always need to put someone on the cage and let it be a deterrent to others that want to follow suit.
The Lagos boys are still in the cabinet of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the likes of Dele Alake and others, and the rest.
Yeah.
Don't you think the president just played a game there? I want to be mindful of my words.
You see, Mike, the devil, is better than unknown saints that comes to you, that come nearer you. These are let's assume, I'm just classify them as devil, quote and unquote, right? He has known these people right from the Nadeko era. They have been in the same trench. They have been in the trench together, especially Dele Alake, Bayo Onanuga. Bayo Onanuga sacrificed his life You know, it was a media people, the news. When you talk of the news, the three gang men that owns the news then. And it really sacrificed his life because I could remember then I was a bit fortunate to be with the Osun State House of Assembly under the governorship of Adeleke, the late Adeleke. That's Davido senior uncle. So we used to gather together in the hollow chamber of the House of Assembly then. We monitor all their movements. Then it was serious guerrilla media. I mean, I think you journalists now, you should be praising those guys. You should be worshiping them. You should be giving them kudos because they pave way for the free journalism we are having now. You dare not publish anything against Abacha. You are gone for it. It's either they get you, they kill you. You know, you could see Bako. There's one guy, journalist, they killed them. Nobody know how the guy died up till now. Who killed Bako? Was it Bako? Yeah, Bako. Who killed him? Nobody know. So there was no breathing space for journalism there. So when somebody, as a leader, now see a followers that is so loyal to him, do you expect such person to discard his loyalty, to discard his loyal people? That's the case of Alake and Ononuga you're saying. They've been with him in the trench. They were the one doing the jungle guerrilla, what's it called, guerrilla media. They were just journalism, guerrilla journalism. They go into bush, Fafa Oshun, Fafa Ekiti, Fafa, you know, all this down-rooted area. They will go and publish. They go and because the what's it called, the racket or the cage of Abacha should not have shouldn't catch them up. Us, you know what it means? It's killing. A lot of serial killing went under Abacha there. You know, so they have to save their life, go into the bush to publish. So let's give it to those guys. They've paid their dues. Anybody that paid their dues, you know, must be compensated. And I don't see Alake doing badly. You know, he's in charge of, he's the Minister of Steel now. And they want to resurrect Ajaokuta Steel. Still running main, you know.
Now, of course, some of the top survivors of this cabinet reshuffle are the likes of Dele Alake, Festus Kiyamo, Wale Edun, and the rest. What do you think these guys should start doing? It seems they are in line with the vision of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I mean his renewed hope agenda. So what do you think they should intensify effort on?
Yeah, thank you very much. Especially Edu. Edu should intensify efforts to stabilize our Naira. Because once a country Naira is being devalued, how do you expect the foreign exchange, the foreign investors to come in? You know, once a country currency is being devalued and doesn't have any worth again, how do you want to attract investors? How do you want even the local investors to thrive? How do you want them to thrive? And a lot of things has to do on the monetary policy of Nigeria. It's the monetary policy now we needed to work on now. They need to work on now. And who are the people behind it now? We need erudites, technocrats, you know, financial experts that can work on that. I think Edu should not just be working alone. It's meant not to work alone. It's meant to gather people that have knowledge about the economy, about the monetary policy, so that they can, you know, rub minds together, right? If he decides to do it alone, I think he cannot achieve anything for now. And that is what we are witnessing now. You know, Dele Edu should work with some team. Wale Edu should work with some technocrats. I think they are trying to bring Magunu. Is it Magunu? Yeah, that's erudite, economist. I think he served under Emefiele then. He was the deputy Senate president. He was the deputy central bank president with this same Adelabu and others. But that's it. When you look at those people, they should bring that Magolu on the table. That guy, I think, is a world class. Is a world class. What's it called? Is a world class. Business man, and he can do change the narrative if he combined with the Wale Edu, so they can, I mean, get to a destination we needed for them.
Can you come closer to this
You know.
You're high now. Is it better?
Yeah, it's better because of the shade.
Sorry about that. The president has done it. Yesterday there was a cabinet reshuffle, in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This morning we have mixed reactions, following the president's appointment of certain ministers. Now, aside that, let me quickly ask you this: what's your thought as a Nigerian about the development?
Yeah, yes. I think it's long overdue, and if you look at the caliber of ministers he reshuffled, or he removed, or he sacked, or he dumped, how relevant are those, ministries to what is on ground, to the review, and to what the impact, to the leadership of APC under Ahmed Tinubu. Those ministries you are seeing does not have, those kind of impact
In the economy,
in the
right?
economy, or that can drive certain things, But I think he's going to do more. He's going to sack more and bring in, that level where we begin to see minister, whoever that is in charge of finance, whoever in charge of economy, whoever in charge of foreign affairs, whoever in charge. We are looking at top ministry positions in the country, that have not been able to do much. But this one you are seeing ministry of this ministry, those ministries are not actually the focus of the day. So for me, I think he's trying to build, to be careful too, so that it doesn't just collapse his government with massive sack of ministers. You understand what I'm saying? Especially those who he considers to be solid pillars of his administration. But if you look at some of those changes he has made so far, I do not foresee it having a direct impact, in trying to drive his leadership policies, to the benefit of the masses. But no matter how you look at it, this one is a bit political, because they are not too relevant, in terms of
those ministries.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
Unlike
I think the
power ministry.
Tinubu says that Tinubu is very calculative, and he knows how to play the game. He knows that there are certain ministers in his administration that are not performing, but they are considered to be no-go area. Because if he happens to touch such people, his political ambition, second term, of course, all these ones now, they are going to turn to opposition. There's no doubt about it. Then how relevant are they? So, but I think he tried to take a certain step, towards that direction. And for me, he knows what he wants to achieve. But for Nigerians, it has always been mixed reactions based on what we see so
Let's
far.
quickly go down to the eastern part of the country. We have somebody coming out from that region. Bianca Ojukwu as Minister of State Foreign Affairs. That's what we have for Bianca. Igbos, I won't say all. Some Igbos are saying what's Bianca Ojukwu looking for in the affairs of Nigeria, when she knows fully well that you guys are fighting for a Biafra nation.
Of course, Biafra need to take that appointment, one. Even though that appointment must be considered to be better than some of the people he assigned. I'm among the class he assigned this new appointment. Bianca's position as Minister of Foreign State is relevant. We're going to take a. Well, remember that a few days before Bianca's appointment, in an event outside Nigeria, he made it very clearly to the Victorians, American Victorians, Biafra Victorians in America, that it is time for the president to do the needful by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. He made it very clearly. This is everywhere, you know. And a few days after he came up, this appointment came up. I believe they must have consulted him before they, you know, they would have consulted him, before this appointment can be made public. You understand? Because at that level now, I think some level of diplomacy has played out. Some certain things has gone in. So he has been ambassadors of so many countries. A high-profile, exposed person at the international level. So I think what his appointment is going to add a sum of image laundering of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, especially in the south, where he's been perceived as an enemy of the Igbos, no matter how you look at it. And secondly, at the international level, she is also exposed. She knows what to do, because the image of Nigeria currently now is struggling heavily at the international level. So, and secondly, we can have a foot, in APC now, who can always stand up anytime, any day, during Federal Executive Council meeting or whatever, cabinet meeting or whatever you call it, to mention the issue of Nnamdi Kanu release, and nobody is going to threaten Bianca for that regard, because it is a way to do lady, a cerebral-minded person, and somebody who believes that, he has a stake, in the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think Tinubu was very strategic in that angle. Yes.
Now, the question I want to ask you again is, how would this move impact impact Tinubu's ability to deliver on his promises?
The perception is, the image laundering, domestically, then outside Nigeria is also a factor, considering her experience. But what people want to see.
No, generally, I'm talking about generally, not Bianca now.
Okay.
Generally, the move by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get fresh people into his cabinet, how will it impact his ability to deliver on his own promises? How will it aid it?
Okay, of course, it will. We have said it before that it's expected. Even though when the news broke out that one of the reasons why he was on vacation was to calm his nerves and be able to see how he's going to reshuffle, his cabinet, because there has been a lot of criticism over non-performing ministers and all that. But as it stands now, it's going to have a biased situation, because people will look at it. Okay, I think the president is listening. Maybe he wants to do something. I think his image will give to look upwards. His leadership graphics, will begin to look upwards. Even though it's not going to add, but you can sense that the arrow, is heading upwards, meaning that that people need to are seeing this move as being engineering that hope, that be hopeful that he's likely going to bring something at the end of the day, that with the new appointment he has made, new people that are going to come in, fresh ideas, fresh bread, and of course, definitely in a situation like that, his image will be seen, or his leadership perception will be seen as something that is driving towards a better day or a better atmosphere at the end of the day.
Yeah, I have seen some things.
I even want to ask you, what was Adelabu for power, right?
Adelabu is for power.
So what was he doing there? With the incessant grid collapse, national
public opinion polls.
Okay. Come closer.
If you want to go on public opinion polls, I think Adelabu, the Minister for Power, should have been dropped. Should have been dropped from that cabinet, because we have the power grid that collapsed like 3 times now, and it's not going to stop there. We still continue. We still continue for a while to witness power grid that collapse. So that alone does not even guarantee Mr. Adelabu to be on that seat any longer. Because does he know anything about power? We need a technocrat that will be able to handle that sector because it affects me. It's affecting everybody. I had to. My phone went down. I could not pick call. I lost a whole day for not picking call because in my job I do, if they don't call you, you make nothing. You don't make any money.
Yeah. That's
And,
your office.
Yeah, my office. That's my office there.
Your phone is your office.
Then what I'm looking at, you could see this man then, especially Minister for
Livestock Development,
Idi
Idi Mukhtar.
I think it will be able to. He will try a lot to cushion the effect of the hardship of food in Nigeria now because he has set by example. He has set the ball rolling by example. He has a very big farm. Big farm. When you're talking of big cultivated farm, he is a pure farmer that will lead by example. Those are one of the days that they will bring up farmer that is practicing farming, that will, they bring them on the board to come and be minister for agriculture. So what we say now, is a right peg for Mr. President on the right pole.
Oh, okay.
Then this lady too,
Minister of State, Education.
Yeah, well read.
Don't forget, Ambassador hit hard on out of school children. And which I think the Senate, the House is celebrating.
Of course, it has become a major issue there, you know. But if you look at what the problem of non-performing ministers or those who are believed, who are hoping they are going to perform, you know, I will also look at them equally face some yesteryear unsolved issues and problems. Let me give you an instance on the Minister of Power, you know, where the reason why we have been having collapse, you know, yes, often and on. Most of these equipments and machines that are there currently now has been there for over 60-50 years.
You're right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, see, the only person that wanted something to do with the power sector, unfortunately, he couldn't do it, was Goodluck Jonathan. If you look at his blueprint, you know, to fix this epileptic, even though we know that the countries who supply light enjoys 24 hours electricity, but Nigeria don't, you know. So
that should be a major concern.
Of course, in any administration, you know what I'm saying is this, you know, let us learn how to solve one sector problem. But if Buhari has solved the issue of electricity, by now maybe Tinubu would have focused on agriculture. Yes, on agriculture, or we are focusing on transport, or we are focusing on infrastructure. You know, but the way and manner they go about this thing, you find out that, you know, since it's a public thing, there's no leadership. You know, everybody just sitting on a condition office and waiting for allocations to each ministry, and they will siphon the money, and they will write some kind of policies and read to the press. The press will publish it. They keep on hoping people, building people's hope often and on. At the end of the day, after 8 years, they will now tell you that, you know, they have something else to do that have not done. So that is the magic there, you know. But I believe that Mr. President is listening. You understand? If he's not able to do anything for Nigeria at the moment, let us find one critical sector of the economy and make sure that we make sure that this one function at least after 8 years.
Right.
One.
On one.
You understand what I'm saying?
So that we start all over.
Of course.
And power is the key to production. Power is the key to production. When all these manufacturers will be complaining, they are switching up to diesel, they are buying diesel. When there's constant power, there will be constant production, and the country will be a producing country. Instead of all these people moving outside, it's power all of them are complaining of. That's why they are moving to Ghana, they are moving to...
Of course, it's power. You know, look at the president said if you cannot buy 1,000 naira pump price, go to CNG. And CNG, before you can be able to convert to CNG, it takes about 1 million or so. You understand? So I don't understand.
People are even complaining of the risk. the risk.
of the CNG.
Yeah, we see
One busted on in Benin.
And which many Nigerians now are afraid of getting CNG.
No, you see, let me tell you the honest truth.
Yeah.
You see, when you don't bring the required people to carry out a particular function, Nigerians themselves knows that there's every possibility that if the right people comes to handle the issue of CNG, they will get it right. You don't know. No, what is the big technology? Is there any technology there? Just convert something to this. Are you not seeing people using gas to fuel generator?
Yes.
Huh? To power generator. Are you not seeing it? You understand what I'm saying?
In short term, they are always looking for how they will make more profit at the expense of the life.
And I want for these guys. So no, I'm telling you. You understand? Something that an ordinary person, a white boy outside the country or in the West can easily do and walk away gently. Nigeria, look at it. I'm even hearing that it's close to 2 million for you to convert.
So how do you expect an ordinary Nigerian to get money?
We are seeing fresh ministers now coming in.
Let's
see
hope
that they can be able to put the president in order.
Thank you so much, Chinedu. I really appreciate you. If you can come here, that. Thank you so much. All right, to join this conversation this morning, the comment section is there for you to comment. On our topic this morning. Morning to you, Mr. Tete.
Good morning. Fine. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Yeah, there's no cost.
All right, the much anticipated or awaited cabinet reshuffle was at the end of the day, done yesterday. Now, how do you feel about the president's move?
Well, humanly, or managerial wise, or governmental wise, or in bureaucratic terms, is expected and it is good. Okay? But what I have to tell you is that both the one that we are dropped and the one that are coming, none of them will perform except there's monitoring and control mechanism. There must be monitoring and control mechanism in the system of governance and government. Because we all are Nigerians. All of us that are here, we are Nigerians. We know ourselves. Like Chinedu said, I told you the other day when I was commenting that at the time of Obasanjo, there's something he did. When he called Federal Executive Council or his advisors like this to advise him, they will gather together. After advising him, he will nod his head and say, okay, go and collect your salary. He will go and do what is in his mind because he knows that he cannot rely solely and wholly on those people. When you go back to memory lane, you find out that Obasanjo regime did wonderfully. If you compare it to the contemporary ones or the ones after him, in the sense that the man happened to know us in-depthly. He knew us and he knows us. So that's why he knows that those people there, that greater percentage of them are sycophants, stooges, and what have you. So what I'm saying in essence and effect is that, yes, the president has done well in his reshufflement before monotony will set in. Okay? Yes, he has done very well. Okay? And I told you the other day that the man is an intellectual. Remember, I told you, and that is wise. And he's a politician. And when it comes to politics, you don't have to joke with a Yoruba man. This we are studying politics, practical politics, not political science. We study here. Okay, so now, as it is, the only thing he will do to achieve his political feat and the governmental one is to set monitoring and control mechanism whereby he will be monitoring them. Happy enough, at reception, he prepared performance and assessment form for them. I had it, okay, which is a very good move. And I'm believing that it's that form that he's using to assess all these ones, the one that he had dropped. Okay, even we were expecting him to have dropped more than 7. He dropped or so. Okay, many of them should have been dropped because nothing is happening. Let me tell us, there's one mistake we're making. Almost everybody. That mistake is what? The president, everybody. No, we don't. That mistake is grossly made by all of us. There's no way only one man, the president, we have eyes all over this thing and check this and do it. Now, the only way you can call president is that if at the end of the month, state allocations are not given, if the president has withheld any state allocation, that is the time you will call him in the negative light. But in as much as every month, all the state allocations are being dished out to all the states, why then should everybody, including you, be calling president? If any woman had a stillbirth child, president. Anybody had an accident, president. Anybody, president. Whereas we have governors in our state that the state allocation have been given this out for them to go down, and now local government autonomy has set in, and now their finance and force are going directly to them. Why then should we be focusing and calling and killing the president? I'm not confident about that. I'm not a Tinubu man. I was PDP person.
You're from which state?
I'm Abia State, okay? From Abia State. I'm not Tinubu man, but we have to be fair to ourselves. You understand? We have to be fair to ourselves. Because it could be that I may be there myself tomorrow, because I've been a politician and my record is very clean in Abuja. I was the coordinator of NAPEP. I sent out money here at Alausa, my warehouse. I wrote, sent, I didn't take one shovel. My name is written in gold in Abuja. One day, Sunday, if there's good government stuff, you may hear that on a boutique I've appointed so because I didn't take a pin. So what I'm saying, in essence and effect, is that now, for us to be fair to ourselves, we should, when we are talking about president, we should call governors, we should call federal executive ministers. This one they are bringing now. We should call local government chairman. We should call the councillors and others, because the president cannot come from Asokro, Asorok, come to the local government and come and look at our road. But the only thing we do, that I'm suggesting, if the president can hear what I'm saying now, is what we did during Shagari era. What was that? Shagari had what they call presidential liaison officers and offices. Presidential liaison offices, okay, which is the watchdog of the president. All right. If the president, Jagaban Tinubu, can set presidential liaison offices, and these offices invariably will have presidential liaison officers from Asorok down to the local government that will be monitoring the activities of state governors. They won't know them. They'll be monitoring them like DSS. You understand? Those people, very effective people that will not compromise. That thing works during Shagari era. All right? So if he can establish it as a kind of monitoring and control mechanism from Asorok, now, inside these presidential liaison officers, they will have federal officers, all right, that will be controlling ministers. They will have state officers that will be monitoring state. They will have local government presidential officers who will be monitoring state. By the time he does this, there will be fear. Because if you don't inject an element of fear in Nigerians, believe you me, most of them, let me not be docked by English, because in English, we are advised not to use definite term or conclusive term, okay? Most of them, say most, will make our president not achieve his political feat. And this, do you understand? So, whereby he can set these presidential liaison officers and or any other governmental or bureaucratic mechanism that will monitor all these people, believe me, it will be okay. Because Jagaban is not a pushover, like I told you the other day. It's not a pushover. It's a very wise human being. It's more than intelligent. It's wise, because there are difference between intelligent and wise. You understand? It's very wise human being. Even if he's dancing with you in a party like this, you know, when we go to a party, some people may drink. You understand? We may drink. Maybe somebody is drunk, he's dancing with you in the party. He's still conscious of what is going on. You understand? I knew him from a distance in a way. Okay, so what we're saying is that, yes, we're talking about reshuffle. It's good. But reshuffle per se cannot give us that sacrifice or that result we're looking for without these things I've said. Let's go to another thing. Yes.
No, it seems you want to add up to what Mr. Tete has said. Yeah. Can you come closer? Come to this direction.
You see, one thing I just learned from Mr. Tete is, okay, I learned a lot where I've not upgraded to. I really learned from it. That's you talk about the mechanism of
Yes,
what's it
central
called?
and monitoring mechanism.
Central
You
and
understand?
monitoring
Yes.
mechanism.
Control.
That is what we really.
Yes.
That is one thing that is missing in this country.
It's missing.
And that is one thing that is
Abismillah,
making
Abismillah.
all these ministers. That is what is making all this government appointee going wayward, because
Have a field
nobody
day. Have a field
day. Yeah,
Yes.
nobody is monitoring
Nobody
them.
is monitoring
Nobody is watching them. And nobody is checkmating them. And that just is free for all, you know. And I think I can wish the president is listening to
Listen
Mr.
to
Tite.
his thoughts.
Yeah. Listen to his thoughts. Yeah, I wish it could be.
We're
And,
sympathizing with him.
yes, we are.
It's not this to be on our house.
Yeah. You know, when he's doing right and when there's a lacuna, we let him know.
That's all lacuna.
And
Yes.
that's
There's
what
a
is
lacuna,
wrong,
yes.
Blanda.
Yes.
And I wish
I'm sure he's saying it because I have to contact some of the ministers.
Okay, please do. Please.
Now, before I let you guys go, before we move further,
If there's other things we can comment.
Now,
Yes.
we have our viewers watching presently,
Right.
and they are commenting on what
We are
we are
saying.
saying here.
Right.
Now, especially Udeze Chima is here with us. And what did you say? Okay, yeah. Tinubu don't carry Nigeria enter Bermuda Triangle. Now, that aside. Down has made another comment here. Oga, you don't know what you are saying. If Tinubu is wise, he shouldn't have made all these policies that have impoverished Nigerians. Oga, you are a Tinubu praise singer.
Oh no.
Okay,
he's responding to us.
You sound political.
Political. Okay.
That's what he's
He's
trying
saying.
to say. Maybe you are kind of supporting President Bola Ahmed.
Let me react. You see, the only one word is quarreling there is wise. Mark you. Yes,
that's Udeze is quarreling.
Yes, Udeze is quarreling.
Okay.
Why should I say that Tinubu is wise? That's the word is quarreling.
Okay.
That if he is wise, mark you, that he shouldn't have
impoverished
yes,
Nigeria.
this are policy that impoverish Nigerians. Okay, now let me tell us, for the fact that somebody is a president does not remove humanity from him. Okay, people should know. Okay, again, most of the stout and critical people that used to criticize never make good government people. Mark you. Remember when they saw Inca and the Solani, when they were criticizing the government of Babangida and all the rest, what happened? Babangida called them. Oh yeah, come and help this thing. We all were there. Yes, we were there. We saw what's happened. That's why I'm smiling and laughing at today's comment. Some of all these stout critics, when you bring them very close to the out of government, they will not do nothing. They will do nothing rather. Some of us have been very close to government. I told you, I was coordinator of NAPEP before under PDP. All this green marwa you saw before the yellow one, I'm the one who gave them out. All right. So some of us who have been very close to government have known how difficult government and governance is. And our own criticism will be a little bit different from a layman's criticism. Because I don't know the background of Udeze, who is commenting. Okay? Whether it's a trader, whether it's this, whatever it is. You understand? Because when a trader comes here to comment his own, it's different from some of us. Okay? You understand? So Udeze, my brother, don't think that Tete, your brother, is a Tinubu praise singer. I'm not an APC person. I am PDP card carrying member. And my cap is here. Okay? But that YPP people, look at it. Calling me, I've attended most of it. So I've never attended anything APC. So what we're saying that we have to be fair to ourselves in our commentary, testimonies and what have you, and the critical observations. Do you understand?
It's our country.
It's our country.
For now.
We cannot condemn anybody totally. Tinubu is a human being. Okay? For the fact that he is the president does not mean that he is the best person to rule Nigeria. Do you understand? No. Even in politics, they don't take the best. In politics, let me tell you, what they take is the loyal person. Do you understand? If this person is loyal to me, we send him. He will not, deny us. In politics, they don't take the best brain. Let today they know that one.
In politics.
Yes, they don't take the best brain. Yes. Or guys don't take the best brain. You understand? Governor will not take the best brain to be his deputy. All right?
Why?
President will, yes, because every politician is afraid of the person behind him. Okay? The best brain he will take is the one he has tried before, where he came like Jagaban now has been with some of these people when he was in Lagos State. You understand? He has tested them and tried them there. He brought them there. So that he knows those who will not betray him and those who will betray him. Do you understand? Because most politicians betray their boss. We have seen what is happening in Rivers, Wike, and Fubra.
Those are the Allah case.
Yes.
He has even
Yes.
he has mentioned that that statement this morning.
Yes.
Those are the Allah case.
Yes.
Those are the Onanuga.
Onanugas.
Those are, you know,
Yes.
mentioned and
Yes.
all of them.
So you could see, apart from Fubara and Wike, almost all the governors before quarreled with their deputy. You saw before Ondo man died, the present governor of Ondo was fighting with him.
Akeredolu and
Akeredolu and others. You understand? So it's not the best bread all the time. It's in rare cases before you see the best bread. So what I'm saying is that Tinubu is not an entity. It's not a minor. All right? In the area of politics, okay? He has been there for years. And he knows it. But another appeal I will make to him, if he should hear this, that the first year of our president, he used it to play politics. He didn't enter governance, out of government and governance. The first year of our president, we are pleading with him now, our president, please, if you can hear us, your first year, use it to play politics.
Yes,
to gather, yes,
that
satisfy your people, which is intelligent, which is very wise. Because you will not allow your security to be porous. You understand? No security. That won't kill Agi Urensi. Agi Urensi did not take his own people to surround himself. Use all because he was too liberal and too social. So he brought all manner of people. At the end of time, his security was porous. He was killed like anything. So our president has used the first 1 year to tidy up his place, buy cars, expensive car for his people, do the. All of them are happy now. And since all of them are happy, none of them can blame him again. Now he should push politics aside and enter into government and governance and use the instrumentality of public administration and operate with the Federal Executive Council and the governors. Okay? He's the president of everybody. There's nothing wrong if you see something wrong in the cover of governors and ask them questions. Nothing wrong about that. Whether it's from PDP governor or this thing, he's the president of all. And if we don't succeed, everybody will call his name as we're calling his name. You understand? That's why there must be control mechanism. Like I'm saying.
Let me please hold it there a bit, sir. I think I'll direct this question to you by Udeze Chima. Among the sacked ministers, among the sacked ministers, I think what he's trying to say is that the Minister of Women Affairs is doing a good job. But Dele Alake is still a minister. What has he achieved till date in that ministry?
Is that the question there's a house?
What has Dele Alake achieved as a minister?
Alake, I think
It's an underperforming minister.
Udeze need to walk back to Nigeria or take a trip back to Nigeria and go and see how our steel industry is. They need to fix that steel industry. It has been abandoned for years. But our former president, President Obasanjo, handed it over to some Indians. And those Indians Russia. It was Russia before. Thank you very much for that ethics. They handed it to the Russians. From there, I think they removed it back. They collected the contract back from the Russians and they gave it to Indians. And they can tell Udeze that he should come to Nigeria and visit Ajaokuta steel rolling mill and see what is going on there now. There's reactivation. And if not the excesses of the past government we have, Nigeria will have been a manufacturer country that produces car manufacturing country as it is, because we have the steel, we have all what Russians is relying on to make the economy work. Nigeria have it. So you have a dilapidated government on ground. You have the dilapidated states on ground, Udeze. That is what is happening. You could see how our refinery could not work. 4 refinery, 5 refinery
For years.
For years. And you are still asking such questions. How do you get to this place? I think you need to leave that your comfort zone and come to Nigeria and witness what is going on. It's outside Nigeria. It's innately.
Okay. He doesn't know.
What do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what Kunle has said really is part of it. But still, we have to console this because all these critics, we cannot blame them because when they see the state of hunger and the deprivation and what have you we are, we don't, because why we can blame them, why we can console them and appeal to their conscience is because when they look at what is happening here, the thing will enter into their psychic being. And some of all these ones that are criticizing, some of them, their psychic being have been broken. Some have been punctuated, some have been perfected. So some of them don't have balanced psychic, functioning. Okay, even when you look at some of the critics, you find out when you look from their intellectual domain, you find out that some of the intellectual functioning are not functioning well. Some of them, if they should go back to history and touch the affective domain, they will find out what I said about Obasanjo. Okay, so all of them are functioning from cognitive domain only. The psychomotor is not there. Some of them, do you understand? So what we're saying is that they should take it kindly, okay? Because they said that power corrupts. Not this. And absolute power corrupts what? Absolutely. Therefore, if you are commenting, talking to somebody who has power, you have to be very careful. From psychological point, which some of us read, you have to be very careful. When you are talking to him, what you want him to do is to, bring result. There's a way you will talk to somebody who wants him to bring a result or dividend, he will not bring out that. If you talk to him from the rational background, then he will be sober. But if you talk to him in the way he will be provoked, that thing you're expecting, he will not get it. You understand? So that's why some of us who have read psychology and some other bodies of knowledge, we talk from the rational point of view. We won't allow a psychic being to break down, punctuate, or perforate. All right? So instead, we have to allow a psychic being to be at home.
Okay, so what do you expect from these new ministers?
Good.
All right.
Definitely, as it is, we expect performance.
Okay.
Ultimate what? Performance. That what?
And what lessons do you want them to learn from the ministers that were sacked?
They have to learn that it should not be business as usual. You understand? They have to learn that the appointment should not be business as usual. You understand? They have a lot of lessons to learn themselves because we have individual reference. They are individual people. I'm a different person. I'm a different person too. The lesson they will learn, I might not know, but on the general platform, the lesson they should learn is that it should not be business as usual. And if they fail to perform, the thing that happened to these people may also happen to them because cabinet reshuffle to me is a continuous exercise. Do you understand? Should be a continuous, and the president should hear it now. Should be a continuous exercise so that they will be at home with their job. If they should know from the president that cabinet reshuffle is not this thing, 2 years, 3 years, that is continuous exercise, they will buckle up. And the president should monitor them bomber to bomber. As I said, mechanism, control and monitoring mechanism should be there.
All right, thank you so much, sir. We have people commenting your efforts, your analysis on the program this morning, and they have told me to allow you to see that you come here often to hear your own view.
You're a role model, sir. You're a role model.
The state of the nation.
You're a role model, sir.
Even you are intellectual. This guy, yes, he coming from a rational stance. You understand? Yeah. So if there's time, I'll be commenting. You understand? And I thank you for keeping us up to this because up to speed. Because the way you always call us, if you don't call me, they were calling me on phone for appointments. Yes, if you don't call me, I will not come. Yes, so you're up and doing your job, okay? Yes, tell your people, your guys, your boss, that you're up and doing this job. Continue, eh? Continue waiting. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, sir.
Okay, thank you. Everybody.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mr. K, bye-bye. See you.
won't say poison. He's afraid. Are you afraid of us?
Kule, why
Kule is,
you leaving?
Kule is afraid of me. He's afraid of me. People are praising.
Why are you afraid of?
He's afraid of me. That's why I say poison.
I have a very,
You know, I always
have
go
a
straight
very
to the
sound
point. I don't
mind.
like all this.
I have a very sound mind conversation.
Good. That's very
I
good.
don't want a polluted
Stay and listen to
mind.
us.
So all what it
Don't
comes
go.
out
Don't go.
from
Hold
his
on.
mouth is pollution.
I won't poison anybody. I will always say what I know that is good for Nigeria.
This is not a common
Really,
journalism.
that's me. Direct straight. I don't print things. Straight. EB, that's happening. No, that's it. Hit it on the head. Yeah.
Honestly, at the end of the day, some ministers were sacked. Even the people we thought well, don't worry, no problem. You still get it. Why are you using Lucky?
You see, sir, I want to ask you a question.
You never expected.
Anyway, good morning, my viewers.
They are lucky to me.
You have getting enough for our brother this morning. For me, I won't lie. When the head is okay, the leg.
Solid mineral.
When the head is okay, the leg, the hand will be okay. Is that not so? When the head is okay, automatically you go down through to the hand and the leg. In fact, sacking ministers, I don't think the ministers are expected to be dropped. It's not worth it. Drop the minister of power. They are supposed to be dropped. Then Wike that is stopping whether he's working, doing anything. Wike is supposed to be dropped. Because whatever he's doing, whatever Wike is doing, as far we are not seeing anything. As far he's destroying two parties. So Wike is supposed to be dropped to go and face river people.
Mr.
Want to see in River State?
Really, don't you see that as a political?
Don't mind
issue.
I want to ask you a question. The Bianca that is
doesn't have anything
taking.
to do with FCT.
No, I'm coming.
Okay.
The Bianca that is taking, what is it? It's a political. Bianca, it's a political. The lady he fired, the lady is even working more than other people. What's the name? The Uju. Yes, so many petitions that we just take up on even fast. I love Uju for that. So these are political people. Just want to. I didn't see. Means yes, he's doing well. The Minister of Works is doing well. Minister of Science, mining that one just making noise. What's the name? No. Minister of Mining and Coal. What are people? Yes. What is coming out? It's just going and making noise. That people are supposed to drop. I don't. The secretary, federal government is supposed to drop. Some of these people supposed to drop them. And again, that's why I said when the head is rotty, these are political decisions. I don't see if Tinubu came out and told us that 1,000 naira liter is okay, and it's when the head is rotty, what do you expect the minister to do? That's the question. And then are supposed to be dropped and bring other ministers. How many times under his watch national grid has collapsed? All these are political. Or why do you stop Niger Delta's ministry? Why did you scrap it? Because Akpabio has a question to answer. You know, these are things. We should say things. You should. Why we praising him? Anytime president is around, Nigeria is boiling. Coming here to a change minister. Well, how do you say it? Look at it with the Minister of State. The real minister has not been changed. How many ministers? So these are the things. Not to come here and start telling people that we are not going to see different. I'm telling you the truth. No different. Okay, the NFPC man director, what's the name? It should be dropped. Want to see something different. These are the things. No, these are political. I'm telling you the truth.
Good morning, our viewer. Thank you, Mr. Lucky. Where in some area, I want to go with Mr. Lucky. The first statement that he said that if the head, at least there is tendency that the other body, I mean, if they have issue, we can resolve it. But whenever head has issue, it's very dangerous. So, and I said it yesterday. I won't change my word. I said it is very important. Policy and the principle of government and the institution is the thing that is very, very important. There are some people that they are not competent, but no matter how poor they are, if
there is a solid ground, that solid background and principle to follow, there is no way you will not see their work.
Yes.
We were alive when this man, Buhari, when he first of all take office, he spent like 8 years before he appointed minister. Can we really see any difference? Yes, between the time he didn't appoint minister and the time he appoints minister. I don't think we can really see any difference. But so reshuffling minister is not as important as the policy of government and the body language of government. Let me tell you, I agree with him that they should have sacked a minister like Adelabu or whatever, everything. Adelabu is Tinubu. Very. So Adelabu is Tinubu. So if Adelabu is working for Tinubu, you should have known that they will understand their language. Yes. Adelabu will understand the language of Tinubu, which is language of bring money, increase the tariff. So I said there is no way Tinubu will sack somebody like that. Even if the whole Nigeria don't have light for 1 week, he will not sack Adelabu because he is Tinubu and that man is Adelabu.
So are you saying Mr. President is a bygone?
No, it's not a matter of bigotry. I'm not talking about bigotry. I'm talking about the body language of Mr. President. Body language of Mr. President is increase the tariff. That is it. Stripe them naked. All these things that they are enjoying. Remove it. Bring more money. And that's what Adelabu understand the language, and he understand the language of Tinubu, and immediately he's doing that. Forget about it. There's nothing Adelabu do that Tinubu will not agree. So far the money is coming in. So do you have something there?
Yeah. Bigotry is taking place. That's what Udeze Chima is saying. Bigotry. Tinubu is a bigot among the sacked ministers. Who is a Yoruba? Who is a Yoruba among the sacked ministers?
Okay.
The question is
I didn't know actually. I don't go through who I only know of would you?
No, there is a Yoruba. There is a Yoruba. People should read very well. I know there is a woman. James Ade,
Minister of
Lola Adejon. It's a Yoruba. So let's be frank with ourselves. If you say Tinubu is bigotry, I agree with you, but not on this sacking minister. He didn't sack. He sacked Yoruba minister, and those ones that are him. They are not actually. I'm not even talking about popularity. They are not Yorubas. The one that he appointed, they are not Yorubas.
And he sacked one Yoruba. There, not a minister. He said Uju. Uju have been doing the wonderful work.
So I'm going to area of political.
He said she's not a Yoruba. Go and verify.
Who? Lola Ade.
It might be.
Lola Ade.
It might be Kwara or
Lola. Anybody that come from Kwara calling Lola is a Yoruba. Okun. We have Okun people in Kogi State. So forget about all those ones. Let's forget about those. Among the one that he now brought in, do you see? Is there a Yoruba there? Okay, there's one. Only Jumoke. So what is it? Let's forget about bigotry. Tinubu is bigotry, but on this one, I don't see any sign of bigotry here. So talking about political that Mr. Lucky is talking about, you see, you cannot do without politics. A government cannot do without politics. But my problem is when you prioritize politics over the movement of the country, I mean, the success of your administration. That's why I have challenge. But there is no way you will want to appoint, or in everything government is doing, there will not be politics. That part of it will not be subjected to political calculation. It's not possible. So the person that's talking about, if Mr. Lucky is talking about political, there is no way they will not play political game. And you can see the portfolio they give Bianca is a minister of state. So for foreign affairs. So he's going to deputize the real. It's like a deputy something. So that one, those kind of slots, they can. So if you say that they use it to play political, they use it to play political joker. I've said it this morning. It's political joker, and somebody is wondering that how will Igbo people react. Are they going to feel betrayed because of? I said, why? Why will they feel betrayed? When Ojuku was alive, Ojuku contested for president in Nigeria. Ojuku said, bury me with Biafra. Bury Biafra flag with Ojuku. So, from the body language of Ojuku, if Ojuku was alive, Ojuku wouldn't have said no if they want to give his wife minister. So from the body language of Ojukwu, I don't see any problem in Bianca accepting ministerial appointment from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Can this set of ministers drive the vision for renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Okay, thank you very much. You see, policy, as you said, policy is the number one key. That I said, when the head is rotting, there's no way the leg can walk, sir. That is the answer. Because the policy of Tinubu, there's no way the minister can come and say, no, you want to surprise. It's not going to possible. Your policy is so hard. Bring fuel down, you said no. You are not telling, no, you just return. When you return, they were expecting to Tinubu to say, okay, well, the way things are going, after all, the fuel is coming out from Lekki, Ababaki there. Let him reduce to either 500, 600. Now you're not telling Nigeria that you buy fuel 1,000 naira, then you buy gas, CNG 200. I ask you a question now. How many cars can use CNG? Now, even you know what happened in Edo State? One of the cars that explode. Now people is afraid to go and get gas. Now, what is it telling them? Do you think minister will come tomorrow, want to change this without the president? Sir, this policy will just remain until Tinubu go for years. All this thing he just did because he said, when I come after 6 months, I am going to change some minister. Nice, 1 year plus. Is that not so? Just change it there. Okay? Nothing. Go and write it down. I said nothing. Is it the Minister of State, Foreign Affairs, Ojukwu? What is he going to do when you have a minister of formation or Minister of Foreign Affairs on the front? That one will just be extra tired. I know most of the Igbo will not be happy. I won't tell you lie. They are not really happy. They are not really interested of that. They don't want anything that will stain them. That people will use and say, after all, we have somebody from the southeast. Is that not so? That's number one. Number two, when the head is rotting, no way. There is no way. Some of these ministers don't put over do things without Tinubu consent. Is that not so? The policy of Tinubu is too hard. He's killing people. So changing minister is not the solution. Either he too should change himself. I don't understand me. Two things to change himself. He should bring the policy. The policy is getting. Are you aware he have increased tax? Tell the National Assembly to increase. Everybody should pay tax. They are not working. So school fees, everything is getting harder. So what policy is he bring for this new minister to do? And what benefit me? Yoradua Obasanjo seat created Niger Delta to help the Niger Delta. If they are not doing well, why don't you look into sort of scrapping it? I don't understand me. Because Akpabio has a question to answer. So that's why he scrapped that Niger Delta ministry. So I think the policy is wrong. So there's no way the new minister can do anything.
All right, let's quickly do this together. Sunday Dare is special advisor to the president on public communication and orientation. Scraps Niger Delta Sports Ministries. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not
National
okay.
Sports Commission. National Sports Commission has returned. Tunji Alausa, now Minister of Education. John Eno, now Minister of State, Trade and Investment. Tinubu creates Ministry of Regional Development. Ministry of Livestock Development gets Minister. Clark rejects scrapping of Niger Delta Ministry.
Yes, and that's our father.
Handing over process.
That's our father.
Handing over processes to be completed October.
Let me. I want to start from where Mr. Lucky stopped about Tinubu advice to Nigeria that choose between petroleum and CNG gas. See me, I like change and I like new thing, and something. Don't despise something of a little beginning. Don't despise it. I have said it here. When all these things we are enjoying today, it's not just started. We just made it like this. If you see the old fashion of this motor, you may not like it. If you see some challenges people have when they build car in the early stage, you may okay. The first car they did it wasn't petroleum. I think it was using coal. So there is a room for improvement, and I like change. Globally today, people all over the world, they are trying to deviate from petroleum energy to something like gas because of climate change. That thing, we have been saying it for very long time, so there will not be all this emission. Even before Tinubu came, some people have been using it. It's just not popular. It's Tinubu that want to make it more popular now. And me, I will not have problem because of what happened in Benin. It's not only gas that can do that. Okay, what about the tanker that explodes in Jigawa of recent? You know how many people that go? Can we say because that one has happened, so people should be afraid of petrol? There is not any. So if there is a casualty, if there is a case like that, then how to improve upon it? And when you look at that thing, they said the cylinder they use is not of standard. So what government need to do is to subject those things into SON, Nigeria Standard Organization, Standard Organization Nigeria. They should subject it so that even before they convert your car, they should monitor. Maybe there will be a monitoring team. You know, when there is challenge, then the solution will come. So I don't have problem in CNG car or converting your car. It's optional, and if you want to do it, you can do it. But me, as a person, I like new thing. Then about the new minister, nothing new will happen. There is nothing new. Nothing new will happen. One minister go, one minister come. It will not change anything. Since the policy, since the body language of Mr. President is not changed, then there's something Yoruba usually say that ologbo n sode, ṣùgbọ́n àpá àdélé. That means cat can also hunt. But when he didn't bring the meat to home, they will not know that it's hunting. Even if the minister is working, like Minister of Solid Mineral now, let's say it's working, they discover solid mineral, they were extracting it, they were exporting. So far, the money so far, people that will collect the money, or himself is collecting it and put it in his pocket, or is collecting it and put it into the federal government pocket. But the money is not surface. It will be like it's not working. That is the problem. Those are the kind of issue.
Okay. Thank you very much. The CNG matter, you know how much it takes to convert vehicle to CNG gas? 700,000 naira. Go find out. 700,000 naira. And this is what
I think I need to confirm this. I need to
confirm.
Somebody just said 2 million.
God bless you. 2 million. Depend the cast. He has categories. He has categories.
Let me tell you.
That is 700,000 naira. I want to ask you, how many Nigeria now have time? Now you go around and check. You don't have so many cars because people cannot afford their car. They park. I want to ask you a question, sir. When you park your car for 1 month now, how do you feel yourself? You're waiting for CNG. Now, 700,000 naira to do that. You can see this is what he is supposed to have done before he removed subsidy. He didn't do his own work. That's CNG side. Then another thing is, as I said, the ministers. You see, if you check what the minister he put there, my brother, they are going to follow Tinubu policy. What is policy? Just what is driving the Nigerian economy is petroleum. Are the minister going to come to where I said that is going to be 10 naira or where it's going to be 500 naira? What are we celebrating? Not because they are going to follow the policy. They only have next year. After next year, politics, which you know, so that they have this shape.
No,
PDP,
policy.
God bless you. Because PDP just, try to position themselves now. APC, G3. So what they are trying to do now, they want to start working. And forget.
This will not be the first time PDP will be.
No. This time around, they are going to.
Mr. Locke, this new movement of Tinubu is another political joker.
Yes.
Scrapping the Niger Delta Ministry, organize regional development ministry, then another ministry, livestock. You keep Niger Delta, you keep them silent. Yes. Then you favor them in the north. Ministry of Livestock. Then you now make every region be in the equal by creating regional development. So regional development means that all the region will be attended
okay, sir, before you go for that regional district, is it for only the south?
All the regions.
Okay, why is it okay? The northeast development, northwest development, does it scrap? Nothing like that.
I don't know. I don't know that there's a ministry.
Why is this?
Is that Ministry of Ministry of Northeast Development. I'm asking you, Mr. Lucky.
Yeah.
Is that Ministry of South Northeast Development?
No, yes,
Ministry.
yes, there is.
There is
Not,
a ministry.
yes. They just created it. And Niger Delta pass it, just like a Niger Delta. Even Southeast is, I think they are past Southeast or second, is going to second reading now. So everybody is trying to, just like Niger Delta. What I'm saying, Niger Delta goes across even though
It shouldn't
some it is no.